Hey guys, look, I have a guitar. Does that make me cool automatically? No, it doesn't. So, guitar strings. They're meant to be played, right? They're not, but you just, you strum over them like this, right? You don't like hold on one of them and just like pull at it. You don't, unless you're like trying to go for that effect. Like, that's not how you play this guitar. You play it like, you're moving your fingers across the strings like this. This is the basics. And it's a metaphor, okay? I'm getting there. You can sit here and laugh, that's fine too. But the point is, I'm not holding onto a string. Like, I'm not making music if I'm just holding onto a string. No, you gotta let go of the string and you gotta put your fingers on what chord you want to play. And then you play. So, in this metaphor, the fingers and where you place them is the fingers is your brain, and the way that you position them is the kind of thought that you're gonna have, that you are deciding on. Where you're focusing your thoughts is where I'm putting my fingertips. Okay? And so like each string and each placement is gonna play a different sound. And so what sound do I want to do right now? This one happens to be the sound that I want. Now, my thumb or whatever going over the strings is, living that life of what your thoughts are playing out. It's allowing it to happen, okay? So say I didn't want to play this chord, okay, and it's happening. I'm like, oh no, I don't like this chord. What do? Do you stop playing and hold on to this thing? Be like, I don't like this chord. I'm just gonna hold on to the string. No, that's not how it works. You move your brain, your fingers, okay? You place them in the place that you want to be thinking. And then you just keep playing, right? Keep living. You're living your life by playing the strings, and you're moving your focus to where you want it to be. It's like, you know what? I've been playing this chord for a while. Like, I feel like it's a nice chord. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. But I want something new. Okay, well then you just change where you're going in your brain, in your thoughts. Pick a new topic and just keep playing, and you go to that one. And it's so pretty, isn't it? But what you don't want to do is hold on to a string and think that that's going to change anything, because it's not. You're stuck in this chord and you're holding on it. Like, that's not how you play guitar. Okay? So this act of doing that is so say like something happened and you think you can change the past by thinking about it over and over and over, and maybe I can change the past if I just think about it enough times and work through it in my head. Like, in my head I can play it out the way that I wished that it was happening, but it didn't happen that way. Now you're just stuck all in your head and you're holding onto a string, trying to replay the memory, trying to change the past. You're not even playing a note at that point. You're not playing life at that point. And life is a song that wants to be played. Okay? And so it's your job to decide what chord you want to do. And there's infinite amount of chords on here. There's infinite amount, like anything can happen. There's so many choices. And it's just up to you to keep playing them. If you hold onto a string trying to change the past, trying to, hold on to something in the past, like, it's just not going to function correctly. And you're going to find yourself without any music and feeling tense and like, inside. That's how I would describe that feeling. It's like, sound, that's the sound. that you would be playing. And that's not a song. It's not. I mean, you think it's a song, but it is not a song. And so I urge you to let go of that stream. Let go of it. Feel the release of it, right? You'll hear the sound. You'll know when you're like, oh, I don't have to relive this moment and try and fix it. I really don't. You know? You experienced it and you learned something from it. And, you know, that's part of the process, of course. I'm not saying to not, like, learn from your mistakes or, that's my metaphor, guys. I picked a card today and I thought it was very appropriate. So it's positive reflection, that's what that says. My camera's not focusing really well. I love these cards, they're gorgeous. Notice how like these crescent moons are pulled toward each other. It made me think of that pulling on the string and releasing it. So there is a positive in the situation that you want to hold on to and fix because you think there was something wrong with it. You think there was something wrong with what happened, but there's something to be learned. There's something to be gained from what did happen, and it is not your job to fix it. So release and allow harmony. Whatever may come from that is going to be something beautiful. This is how to recognize when you are holding on to a string and you're not playing a chord anymore. So like there's a difference between like, you know, you feel like you're stuck in this same routine, right? And you're like, I'm stuck here. That's kind of holding on to that moment in a way, as opposed to like just thinking, okay, well, what's something different that I could do? Just being open to something different can be happening and I could make a new choice. Just being open to that and asking yourself, hey, is there something different or new that I could be doing right now? Because there are so many things that anyone could pick at any moment. You don't have to do the same thing over and over again if you don't want to anymore. If you like doing, you know, if you like having your routine, like that's up to you. If you feel like you're not finding anything, you're not getting anything out of it anymore, like it's just time to choose something different. Whatever it is, a new thought, right? A new activity, a new type of food, a new song, a new... And I love how people will be like, oh, just find a new way to work. Like, don't drive the same way to work every day. Like, just pick a new way to go. And then suddenly your life will be changed. Like, I've heard that before, and I'm just like, okay, that is like the lamest new thing ever. How about this? Here's my twist. Yeah, maybe take a different way home from work. Like, because you're trying to get to work on time. Like, don't even try to mess around. Maybe you're trying to get home from work and you pick a new way, but like, don't just go a different way. Be like, hey, which way should I go? Like, just kind of let yourself turn left or right and let yourself be guided to a place that you've never been to, and maybe just like look around that store and, you know, go home. It's not like, that's more of a, this is a start for anyone who's never considered doing something new or different before, because there's way more things besides just taking a different way, besides just driving a different way home from work. Like, I feel like that is like the basic starting point. Being open to something new is the freshest starting point that I can come up with, because then you're gonna allow a new idea to, you know, be created in your mind, and you are a creative being. So it's like it's like part of you just waiting, like, oh, I cannot wait to come up with something new. Like, I hope that we come up with something new because that's fun. And for you to look at that part of yourself and be like, okay, yeah, what new thing can we do? Like, that part of you will just be so excited, be like, yes, finally, I've got some ideas. Like, let's try them out, you know? So that's an opportunity to shift the chord that you're playing on your guitar of life, and to not hold on to the previous ways of anything that you've ever done, and finally, like, get a little bit excited about something. Who would have thought?